Julia's next story is one you might see in the movies or even read in a novel.
But it is actually happening to an 18-year-old artist from Plymouth. Julia Brennan had moved into a dorm at the University of Minnesota, but a day before classes began, she left to chase a career in music. It didn't take her long to catch it.
They say don't let them in.
18-year-old Julia Brennan credits her remarkable entry into the music world with a broken collarbone that kept her at home this summer.
After I broke my collarbone, I was like bored out of my mind.
So she decided to do something she had been putting off. Julia released 3 songs she had written and recorded months before on iTunes. Then she fired off an email to a radio station.
I sent it in to KDWB's Make My Monday. And, sent in a request saying, it'd make my Monday if you could play my song.
A few days later, they made her Monday and much more.
And I didn't know I was going to be on air, but I was. I didn't know they were going to play 60 seconds of my song, but they did. And it was so odd how it happened, but it was just so cool at the same time.
The song Inner Demons shot up the iTunes charts, and record labels took notice.
Everything happened so unbelievably fast because I got 60 seconds on the Monday, and by Tuesday and Wednesday I had emails from 3 different labels.
On her parents' advice, Julia decided to defer enrollment in college and try her hand at music.
I'd never been to New York City, and let alone met with a record label, and so they flew me to New York City for the first time. I went to an Adele concert, and then the next day I signed, and it was like the most exciting New York City moment ever, which was awesome.
The radio station followed up too.
So she sent us a demo. She's 18 years old. She's local. She's from Plymouth, Minnesota.
Singing at the state fair was the first time Julia had ever performed her song in front of a crowd. Julia signed with Columbia Records. She's learning the ropes while writing, recording, and hoping to release her debut album this year.
As cliche as it sounds, I just want to be happy with what I do, and I want this to just be a positive thing in my life.
So angels, angels, please just keep on fighting.
And music runs in Julia's family too. Her grandmother was Miss Minnesota 1951, and her mom was a wedding singer. And of course, you can download 3 of Julia's songs on iTunes. Stay tuned, Alex, for much more.
Unbelievable, yeah, so quickly.
Very neat, and thank you to Mountain Mud Cafe who let us in there to shoot that interview. That was really nice of them as well. So good things happening for Julia.